me to. They don't even want me to go live and say truth no more. I'm supposed to get on here and act stupid.
Exactly where we assumed he would, and he's now calling for the deportation of citizens. I mean, if you want
Bro,
to argue,
bro,
so
what the
Trump is now going
bro?
exactly.
Look at all these people.
So
These
Trump
people
is
be
now
dead
going exactly
serious.
where we assumed he
Look,
would, and he's now calling for the So Trump is now going. So, so Trump is now
these
going
people be
exactly.
dead
So Trump.
serious, bro. These people be dead serious. Look, you, no Trump. Nigga, shut your stupid ass up. Oh man, I just hate stupid people. Like stupid people have to be eradicated from
So,
American. If American society had less stupid people and less propaganda
so
playing, they would be so we would be so much better. And if Trump want to deport some people that's in jail for the rest of their life and they facing a life sentence, then hey, buddy, you gotta
so
go to another cell. Doesn't matter where it's located in, you still in a cage. Oh man, you're deporting a citizen every year. Bro, shut up. Black Americans aren't getting deported, bro. You're talking about. Don't you know that they turn people that's serving life sentences into slaves? Look at how dumb people just like dumb shit. People like dumb shit.
So Trump is now going exactly where we assumed he would, and he's now calling for the deportation of
This is
citizens.
where you assume. This is what people like this will tell you. Oh man, you're just being negative, bro. It's probably a whole comment list of people that just, bro, you're just, if I tell them the truth about anything, bro, come on, you're looking at it from a negative standpoint, that's racist, you're da 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 da. No, bro. No. People are trying to use that shit on black Americans when they know the truth. You're xenophobic, you're this and that and the third. This is a play. This is a play these people run. Why do you think Trump would be deporting citizens that's been working in his country since the beginning? I know the narrative is they work harder than us and this and that and the third. Y'all just got here, bro. Y'all don't even have no history to go back. Y'all can't even go back to World War II and say and name y'all real war heroes from World War II. Y'all can't. It's a lie. Y'all living a lie. Y'all are living off the last 30 years. This is our history. The last 30 years is bigger than y'all last 350, 400 years. Bro, that don't even make sense. It's just the stupidity is just it's at an all-time high. And people agree with stupidity. People don't agree with what makes sense anymore. So people could just come out the blue and say this with a straight face, and everybody be like, "Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Trump, he's gonna deport everybody. It's gonna be him and Ivana and the kids." It's just, it's just brain rot. It's brain rot. Why, why do we even? Why is this a thing? Why is this getting traction? It's a distraction from giving black Americans reparations. Don't you understand that all of these years, all the stuff that they be doing, the stuff that they call news and all this stuff, this shit be distraction from black Americans ever getting paid their reparations for working for 300, 400 years for free. Never being paid, putting having laws on where if you see a black person and you don't report them that you're going to jail. They had white people scared that if they seen a black person and they didn't report them or they was trying to hide them, that they'll be going to jail. So it's like, bro, we had our own Holocaust in America against black Americans, and now y'all saying it's a Holocaust coming. Like our shit is after their shit. No, our shit was before. In that little TT shit they had going on over there, they been was doing that in America. They was feeding babies to alligators, doing all kinds of crazy shit. But y'all over here acting like, yeah, see, I told you he's like Hitler. Like, it's just sad, bro. It's sad how ignorant, how ignorance is accepted. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I mean,
Shit
you
need to
gotta
be
already agree with
eradicated.
Bukele. He said the homegrowns are next, the homegrowns. Not him, of course. He's a criminal. Donald Trump is a GTA character. Every day another crime. Every day another crime. Donald Trump has 6 stars that just aren't flashing. The stars are just broken. He's the criminal. We all know he's the criminal. Well, some of us know that he's the criminal, but the stars just aren't flashing. The police just aren't chasing. It's unfortunate. He is sitting next to the dog killer in chief, Christy Noam, and the fattest fat ass to ever be seen in politics. But anyways, Trump is calling for the deportation of citizens. He wants to just imprison them and ship them off to God knows where.
A little controversial, but I couldn't care less. We have a lot of bad criminals that came into this country, and they came in stupidly. It was an unforced error. It was an incompetent president that allowed it to happen. It was an auto pen maybe that allowed it to happen, and it did happen. But we also have a lot of bad people that have been here for a long time. People that whack people over the head with a baseball bat from behind when they're not looking and kill them. People that knife you when you're walking down the street. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too. You want to know the truth. So maybe that'll be the next job that we'll work on together.
They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Now, what ethnic group do you think he's talking about?
This is what he dug up. He went and dug. This is what he dug up. They're not new to our country, but they're old. Now, what ethnic group? He didn't have to say it. He didn't have. But when he come out and say, the 14th Amendment is only for the children of slaves. You'll have actual people that's descendants of slaves in America who literally built this country. That's not something to be sad about or I don't want to see it or I'm ashamed. Nigga, your family built America. Worked every just like you get your ass up and go to your 9 to 5 and go to work. They was doing the same shit every day. Now you motherfuckers talk about y'all too good to acknowledge the shit. Like it's weirdos out here, bro. So of all of the shit that Trump said about black people, this is what you got to say. I'm tired, bro. Like it's just stupidity. It's crazy. It's people out here that like
I told y'all about this. I told y'all blacks were
surrounded by
next.
idiots, man.
Donald Trump is
There's no
speaking
way that
about
people think like
videos,
this.
selected videos of some young black men committing crime, violent crime. He's talking about them. It's not most young black men at all. It's not most. It's not half. It's not most. And he's saying this group is old to the U.S. They're not new. There's only 3 groups old to the U.S. Indigenous Americans, Anglo-Saxons, and the LARPers that aren't from, England or Scotland who pretend to be wasps.
Let me show you how stupid this dude is, bro. This is who this is who they promote on YouTube. YouTube, I gotta get on your head. Cause y'all promote stupidity. And y'all know y'all do. This motherfucker just said people that's indigenous to the land. Nigga, America is not even indigenous to this land. Don't you know this shit wasn't called America back then? No, I just hate Donald Trump and I just hate white people. I hate older white people. I hate people that have money. I hate. You just hate Donald Trump. Take that up with Donald Trump. This don't got nothing to do with America. This don't got nothing to do with Republicans. This don't got nothing to do with nothing. Cause there's none of that shit. You just sound dumb. You just placating to this motherfucking narrative, nigga. You just a motherfucking agent in this bitch. You don't know what you talking about. Anybody that think like this is a dummy. I know it's some stupid liberal black American woman that think like this. She's a dummy. I know some stupid liberal black American dude that think like this and he's a dummy, bro. Y'all are stupid. You just sat up there and said some people that's indigenous to something that was already here, a land that was already here, that was not America at all. Something that was going on 200 years before America even started. You said them people is the only people that's been here, and bro, shut up. You don't know what you talking about, bro. Listen to what you saying. You don't make sense. Talking some of those three people. I'm gonna name some Native American tribes. Bro, you just named some Native American tribes. Them people was here before America was even called America. Black people been in America since the beginning. The beginning. The beginning. There is no America without black Americans, buddy. Black America was here on 1776 and before. So we native. Don't you get it? We're Native Americans, buddy. There's you stupid motherfuckers, man.
It's not half. It's not
Yeah.
most. And he's saying this group is old to the U.S. They're not new. There's only three groups old to the U.S. Indigenous Americans, Anglo-Saxons, and the LARPers that aren't from, England or Scotland who pretend to be WASP. And then you have Black Americans. He ain't talking about the indigenous. They already ruined their lives so goddamn much. He's not talking about white folk. He's talking about Black Americans. Donald Trump is talking about Black Americans, and he's using the narrative of black crime as a reason by which to excuse deporting Black Americans. They're not new to our country, they're old to our country. Donald Trump is not just threatening to deport, and by the way, we all know full and well, white Americans will fall victim to this as well. If they're his political opponents, he'll deport them as well. But this was a racial threat. This was a very clear-cut racial threat to black people, saying, you guys are criminals, and you're old to this country.
What's wrong with like people that's like Democrat? Like I really want to know how you end up this stupid, bro. And if he Black American, that's a shame, bro. That's sad, bro. Like, how do people be thinking like this? Like, you're Black American, bro. You were born in America and you're FBA, Foundational Black American child, descendant of slavery. But you're talking about you're gonna get deported? That means they'll have to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Oh, you're just gonna get deported to some island. You're gonna get deported to Haiti. Like what? That would be world news. Everybody would be losing their mind. Like, bro, this not nothing hard. This not. It's just crazy. It's no way that there's Black Americans out here like this that think like this. But then I see the Ricky smiling. He's like, "Oh yeah, You better get dual citizenship. I'm scared. I'm getting dual citizenship." I'm like, bro, is it really Black Americans out here that think like this and that's that stupid? It's crazy.
You know I'm talking about you. You're not new. You've been here for a while. We're getting rid of you. He's threatening to deport black people. That's literally what that entire little clip was. They're not new to this country. They're old to this country. That's what's happening here. Black MAGA, where you at? Black MAGA.
Bro, that's what he got from that. He This came out. He put this out after the 14th Amendment, Supreme Court verdict, and everything. Like, what is wrong? Like, there's no way he can't be Black American, bro. That's what you got from this. Like, some people just so dumb, bro. Like, it's sad how dumb you are. You can't be this dumb. You think Black Americans are getting deported? Black Americans built the country.
Are you out?
Oh, people
Because if
slow.
you think he'll just stop at the criminals, look at what's going on with Latinos for Trump. They thought it was only the criminals. Now they're finding.
He just justified him saying black Americans are getting deported by saying, look at how Latinos are getting deported. It's just the disconnect is so incompetent. It's so sad. It's disgusting. It needs to be eradicated. This is why the American US school system, I say since 19 since forever, really. They just now Trump trying to change it because you can't just lie about the history. You have people that are nut jobs out here walking around like this that start to become communists because you lied about the history. You didn't tell the whole truth, and then you didn't make amends. You never made amends for slavery. You never actually really made amends for slavery. Like all these other, world war crimes that have gone on, people are made amends for and gave out reparations for. You haven't done that for black Americans. So now you have people walking around out here that really don't know why they racist towards black Americans, the FBA. They don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And they're just ignorant out here. And even if they aren't ignorant, they play like they are because they have to fit in with everybody else. You can't actually walk around here and say that America owes black Americans, foundational black Americans, money because people will look at you crazy and all this stuff. But really, they do when black Americans fought in every war for them and literally built this country, slaved over railroads, fields, their houses, tended to everything for them, and these people never paid them a dime or put them in anything because they felt that as though they were animals and they could sell them and breed them. Do you know what breeding is? When you make two dogs have sex, like, come on, bro. This is what they were doing to these people, to my people. And and you can see the effects that it has had even to this day because it's people like this walking around. Even if he's playing a role right here and he's acting, it's people like this walking around that really don't know their history and think that in some way somehow black there is no listen guys, there is no America without black Americans. I know you guys hate black America. I know you guys hate FBA. You hate FBA with everything in you, and you just wish we would go away. You wish we would shut the fuck up. But this is our home. We don't got nowhere else to go. This is why we built the country. You know what I'm saying? Just because they spit on us don't mean y'all can spit on us and y'all gonna spit on us. You know what I'm saying? We trying to come from up under that. But when it doesn't help when we have people that get into these positions and they literally completely just sell us out, sell their soul. They don't even want to be considered FBA no more. They just sell their soul to the highest bidder. And now they don't got nothing to say. Now they don't want their people to get reparations, nothing because they deem themselves as successful and they feel like they people don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad. This is why they put crack in the black community.
Themselves being deported. The ones who aren't doing jack shit but just being here undocumented, they're finding themselves deported, arrested, detained, disappeared, kidnapped. You think we're special? We're not. For those of you who are going for Trump, because FBA and ADOS and da 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 da, I got nothing wrong with black people who want to advocate for black Americans. But Trump is not our friend. I don't know what he needs to do to.
Dude, what do you want? You want a friend for president? Like it's just like some people, they mind is gone. What are you talking about? Trump is not our friend. He the president. He's supposed to stand on what's right, honorable, loyal to America. Y'all niggas over here talking about Trump is mad at you and he's a bad guy. He's a mean person. He said, God,
Display this. He's not just talking about the criminals. He's not just talking about gang members in the inner city. He's not talking about street niggas. He's not talking about dudes who done jumped off the porch. He's talking about all of us. all. Because if he can just decide who's a criminal, which he literally claimed,
Alright, bro. I know. Alright, bro. It's stupidity, bro. It's stupidity, bro. It don't get no more stupider than that, bro. And I hope he not a black American saying that shit. Sold out for a couple motherfuckers to say, yeah, I hate him. He's a liar. Trump needs to be removed. Like, people just hate Trump, bro. Like, what do this got to do with black Americans? Nothing. Trump actually cool with black Americans. Y'all the only ones y'all be coming up here saying stupid shit that don't even make sense. Stupid shit. Diddy's gonna get off. Shut your stupid ass up. See, this is what stupid idiots like this. Another stupid idiot. Cassie is guilty of the same prostitution charges Diddy was just convicted of. I interviewed three of them. Cassie got fucking immunity, you idiot. So reading all of that shit don't really mean nothing. You saying Cassie is guilty? She has immunity, you stupid motherfucker. What don't you get? Just straight up stupid, man. Like it's cool to hate the president. That's a cool thing. The end of Trump. Like it's some like you know what I'm saying? It's some type of like, oh, the end of Trump. He's a bad guy. He did this. Oh my god. It's just all propaganda. It's propaganda, guys. It's not real. It don't affect, especially if you're Black American. But this is the best time for us. We could get our like, oh, he's not gonna do it. Why wouldn't he do it? I say if Trump put Black Americans on high, he'll always be able to have a vote from them. The Republicans will always be able to have a vote for them. And Black Americans, we gotta stop worrying about stuff that does not cater to us. Worrying about ICE and all this other stuff that doesn't cater to us, bro. And it's crazy, bro. This is what they put. They push that type of stuff with Black Americans. Talk about something. Oh, we about to get deported and all this stupid shit. Like they push that stuff, bro. They push that for a reason. Y'all know y'all push that YouTube. Don't try to get fake and act like y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all know y'all push that shit for a reason, bro. People really hate Trump, bro. People really hate him. And people trying to disassociate themselves. So it's like, oh well, if you agree with Trump, you're a bad person, bro. Because I agree on what he could do for my people. That means I'm a bad person, and I'm a MAGA, and I'm a this. It's tiring to honestly think that people think like this, bro. Like I don't even want to think like that. I don't even want people to think that. I don't even want to think that there's people out there that think like that. That I just want to just like I want to live in a fairy tale like yo. I want to believe that everybody knows that it's good common sense that black people get reparations and be recognized with the birthright citizenship and understand that we was here. But no, the world is actually racist. It's not this fake shit that y'all be talking about online. The world is actually racist, bro. So there's actually people that don't like foundational black Americans. I don't know what y'all want. This shit real. So they doing a whole bunch of systemic racism to black Americans. Black Americans don't even know. They don't even know what's going on. They think this shit again. They think this shit again, bro. I know this shit is real for real. I know this shit is real for real that people honestly hate true black Americans. I'm letting you know, as a black American, I'm letting you know that people honestly hate you. People hate that Trump just came out and said the foundational black Americans, uh, they own the birthright, being that we built the country and we've been here since day one. Even though we wasn't recognized and treated as animals and nothing, and we're slaves and we ain't shit and all that. It's the truth. So the hate for Trump isn't going to change anything. It's not gonna change nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that dude look like a fucking tether. I don't know. It's just it's sad, bro. It's really sad out here that people just like I'm getting tired of hearing about it. I'm getting tired of hearing this shit, bro. I'm getting tired of hearing about it, bro. I'm getting tired of people acting like like I'm getting tired like this is the stuff, bro. Like Trump is gonna deport black Americans, bro. It's just like it's so stupid. Hold on, this is video I wanted to react to. Like it's some crazy ass people out here, bro. Like not like crazy, like they gonna do something or something. Like I'm talking about they just stupid, ignorant. You go watch this, bro. We about to watch this, bro, because I was just talking about how they put crack in the black community, and they trying to basically what they trying to do is, bro, they trying to deteriorate the black community, make us dumb, make us, you know what I'm saying? And I understand why the older generations before hip hop and rap started to come around, they didn't really like it because it kind of like dumb shit down, and it didn't seem like how it used to be, and you know what I'm saying, the pants were sagging and all that. Okay, I understand why, because it's just the look, it's the image and all that other shit. Okay, cool. But we know that now. But I'm just saying, like, bro, y'all gotta stop glorifying streets and all this. Like, you see how that dude in that video was like, oh, the streets and hood niggas and all this other shit. Like, because people really start to look at you like you are, like, that's what you are. When in all reality, bro, you just a black American person. You a citizen. You're not a superhero dude that sells uh dope to the whole community, you know what I'm saying, so they can kill themselves with it. It's just like it's all fake, bro. Y'all learned this shit from movies and paid in full type movies and all this shit, bro. And your father and not even his father, it's your father, nigga. Your father did this shit and now you doing the same shit he did, and some of y'all, your father's father did it, and that's a shame. But you know, jail isn't our culture, nigga. Stupid shit isn't our culture, and that fake ism to get set up and go to jail and all of the flair of getting out, and like that's not our culture, bro. We have such a greater culture than that, and it's a shame. Like it's black Americans out here that's family members of veterans that fought in World War II and stuff like that, and don't even get acknowledged, and it's a whole bunch of benefits and everything that they be giving out to these people. You know what I'm saying? These pale skinned people and black Americans don't even see it because there's just so much racism and so much vitriol for black people, and people don't even want to recognize it because they really racist. So it's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not just something we saying because you gotta go back to your country that you, nigga, you have a country. What country? You can't even tell me where I'm from, nigga. You have a country. Stop crying. Word. Fuck is you crying about, nigga? We here. We been here. We built the road. We built everything. Can't tell me not one war y'all was fighting in with us that wasn't in the past 20 years. Can't tell me. But y'all want some stupid
Of national
motherfucker.
reconstruction. This was a provisional government that aimed to restore the country post-revolution. Eventually, the Sandinistas forced the more centrist members of the junta out, taking exclusive control in March 1981. This was all largely considered perfectly fine by the U.S. until it became apparent that the new regime in Nicaragua saw itself as a satellite of Cuba, which had close ties to the Soviet Union. Shortly after, the Contras formed a group of far-right paramilitary oppositional rebels and received backing and support from, well, you guessed it, the Central Intelligence Agency. When Reagan became president following the 1980 election, he began quietly sending aid to the Contras through the CIA to assist them in fighting against the Sandinista government. As part of their Cold War efforts against the Soviet Union, money and weapons were provided to the Contras by the CIA, enabling them to conduct a brutal paramilitary campaign against the Sandinista government. Almost just as sickening was that Ronald Reagan himself described these right-wing extremists as freedom fighters and claimed that cutting off support to the Contras would allow the USSR to influence Central America. This CIA backing of the Contras didn't continue unencumbered, though, as in 1982, Democrats within Congress passed laws that did eventually prevent the support of the rebels in Nicaragua. But of course, this didn't stop the CIA from backing the Contras. It just meant that they were forced to get creative, to really think outside the box for new ways to channel funding to the extremist paramilitary group.
Bro, why do y'all think they was giving them the money to go over there and fight them people? They was giving them the money to go over there in Nicaragua to fight the people to get the fucking drugs. We over there and bombing shit in Iran so we get the oil, we can do whatever. Bro, we never stopped conquering since we got here. That was the whole point about America. We came over here with the slaves. All right, some more people over here. Okay, take their women. Every FBA person, every black person got the same story. They got their great grandfather, their great grands, one of their great grandfathers. He was a slave, and then one of their great grands, one of their great grandmothers was a Native American. And they be telling people this, and people be like, "Oh, you a pretendian." Nigga, don't you know that natives, you could black any black person can just say they was a native. Any FBA person that don't know the history because America won't tell them the truth and they don't know what's going on, and they all their life everybody else, I'm from over here, I'm from this island, I'm from that island, I'm from over here. You're not from, where are you from? You're not from anywhere. You're just black. Nigga, you could say you're a Native American. Because there are people that been here before 1776. What you thought we just spawned here out of nowhere? No, nigga, they was keep have fucking and having babies, having babies, having babies. What are you talking about? Are you dumb? So America, we just been conquering stuff, but we just put a nice title on it because we're America and we ain't really hurting nobody. But as soon as you turn your back, we beating somebody ass and interrogating them and stealing all their shit. And that's what America is. Now, if you don't like what we have become now, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like the monster that we are now, it's okay. You don't gotta, you could leave. You can leave. Alligator Alcatraz, you can get your ass out. But the problem is, a lot of y'all don't even know the story. A lot of y'all don't even know the truth. It's videos like this out just sitting, waiting for you to watch. You're not going to watch them because you worried about 4 extra hand getting blown off. And you worried about what they said on No Jumper and some stupid shit. And you worried about the Essence Festival. And nigga, send black people their reparations. We're not dumb. Send the reparations, send the money. You want your community to stop being Fetty Wap written and having 25 people die from overdoses and stuff? and counting the boarded up buildings and all of the bullshit. If you don't want that, give black Americans the money. You think black Americans gonna be in France spending the money and in Africa spending the money and Japan spending it? No, black Americans are going to be spending the money in America. So let's keep the money in America. Put black Americans at least in a number two spot. Y'all done threw us all the way off the fucking mountain and got everybody else up there to talk about some communists. They trying to kill Trump. Duh, dummy. Cause y'all didn't allow these motherfuckers to get up in here, and it's the white people that tried to kill Trump, not just the Iran. Who you think gave him all of the information and intel? The white people. They're not Democrats. They're not lefties. They're not none of that. They're white people, buddy. That's how y'all want to describe us and describe everybody, right? Y'all don't want to tell people their actual origins and lineage. No, Trump want to do that because he want to weed out the good from the bad. Yes, it matters. What does that mean? And you see color? I don't see color and all. I don't believe in none of that stupid shit. That's called a fairy tale. When the police are looking for somebody, they see, oh, a black person. Oh, I got a African. I got a this. I got a Indian. I got a that. I got a whatever, a Chinese person. That's what the police say. They don't say, I don't see color, I see a person. And then, no, they just start describing motherfucker to a T. Why? Because we can see people features on it, and it tells a story. Don't you know that tells a story? Don't you know if somebody's eyes is chinky and this like this, they could be from a long line of Mongolians? Don't you know if somebody look like me and they got a nose like me and lips like me, that mean that I could come from people that's foundational black Americans, descendant of slavery, and this person look like that and he got white skin and he pasty white, he could come from a line of slaveholders. No, I just don't believe in history. Like, it's people in America that don't believe in history because y'all been lying in the schools. So you got people out here that don't know what's going on, living in a fantasy, living in a dream world. They don't understand. Then when they get a quote unquote nigga wake up call like Diddy, it's far too late. It's far too late by then. And some people not even gonna be fortunate enough to be in that type of situation. They gonna get it and it's gonna be messed up. You know what I'm saying? Again, they ass beat, you know what I'm saying, or some shit. Because somebody told them they was watching Fox News and they was laughing at somebody that said, oh, they got called nigga and all this other stuff. This happens every day, bro. This shit didn't stop. Racism didn't stop. It just racism got stronger. You want to know why racism got stronger? Because now you have a whole bunch of other people from other places getting on white people's side and gaslighting black people. Didn't you just see that happen during the election? Don't you know if it was the other way around that these people will vote you out, but you got black people voting for them to stay? Why do you think that's like that? All of this stems from slavery, bro.
And what's a good way to make a lot of money? Cocaine. Now, Coke wasn't new to the US at the time, and we aren't talking about the soda. Since the late 70s, there have been record numbers of people snorting cocaine in the United States. Then, when the 80s were in full swing,
Look, if they got you addicted to drugs, then I could take anything, little grams of anything, and put them in your stuff, and now I could kill you, and I could control the population and do all types of stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's what they realized. That's what they realized. But y'all was so happy to have something to push in music and all this other stuff. Y'all so happy to act like y'all was dope dealers and act like Tony Montanas and all this other shit that y'all don't even understand that y'all was riddling and killing and diminishing your own community. That's what we were doing. That's why the old heads didn't like hip hop and rap music when it started to get to that, because everybody saw we all got a whole bunch of drug dealers and they all making a certain type of amount of money. What does that mean? That means somebody's getting stepped on. Who's getting stepped on? These little people in this community are getting stepped on. How are they even getting the money to do all this stuff? All right, they're getting the food stamps from these people and selling the food stamps to these people, and they're getting the money from these people so they can stay on drugs. Okay, cool. And y'all just sitting here acting stupid, like, man, it's cool to propagate this shit and all this propaganda and all this other shit and just rap music and all. Bro, that shit not cool. That shit lame. That shit is lame. Black people killing other black people. Nigga, we don't even got nobody. We got other people from other places coming here and saying we don't even deserve to be here. That's basically what's going on, saying we ain't shit. And y'all agreeing with the shit. Y'all
That did eventually prevent the support of the rebels in Nicaragua. But of course, this didn't stop the CIA from backing the Contras. It just meant that they were forced to get creative, to really think outside the box for new ways to channel funding to the extremist paramilitary group. And what's a good way to make a lot of money? Cocaine. Now, coke wasn't new to the US at the time, and we aren't talking about the soda. Since the late 70s, there have been record numbers of people snorting cocaine in the United States. Then, when the 80s were in full swing, the latest designer drug hit the market, a smokable variation of cocaine, crack. You might have heard those two terms used interchangeably, but there is actually a difference.
If you're a gamer, have you ever thought about quitting everything just to pursue gaming? Well, here's a quick hack on how to pursue playing video games. If you don't mind.
The more you
Fuck
know.
that nigga
Most of the
talking about.
cocaine entering the United States was illegally imported from Colombia. But the rise in the
This is the
use
shit
of
I'm talking
crack
about.
cocaine
You
across
ever thought
American
about
cities
dropping
became
everything and playing a video game?
infinite
No.
moneymaker for organized crime groups, even those backed by the CIA. You see, as with
Goofy
other
ass
countries where
people.
the U.S. had covertly assisted in overthrowing newly established governments like Laos, Afghanistan, and Burma, Nicaragua also had a pre-existing trade in narcotics. This had caught the CIA's attention long before their effort to assist the Contras. So it didn't take long for the order to come through from the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia. Let's smuggle some drugs to get some cash for our operations in Nicaragua. Okay, well, that's pretty uncharitable against the CIA. In 1981, one of the paramilitary groups working alongside the CIA's officers to overthrow the Sandinista government were members of the Nicaraguan Revolutionary Democratic Alliance. A message that was sent to the CIA headquarters stated that the leadership of this group had decided to engage in drug smuggling to the United States in order to finance its anti-Sandinista operations. The same message also declared that an initial trial run had taken place during July of 1981, wherein drugs were transported from Nicaragua to Miami, Florida, and smuggled aboard a plane. Now, despite the alleged drug trafficking taking place during the Contra War, the Central Intelligence Agency never bothered to verify whether or not any of it was true. As for their involvement, it's never been outright confirmed nor denied. But just taking a look at some of the particulars, the waters get a little murky. For one, the Nicaraguan Revolutionary Democratic Alliance was disbanded in 1982, with some of its former members instead joining up with the Nicaraguan Democratic Force, which also worked with the CIA. CIA agents directly received allegations that 5 now ex-members of the Nicaraguan Revolutionary Democratic Alliance had been involved with drug trafficking while fighting against the Sandinista government on the border between Nicaragua and Costa Rica. These 5 were supposedly working alongside a man named Jorge Morales, who was a known drug trafficker. Here is the interesting part, though. While the CIA officially broke its ties with the Nicaraguan Revolutionary Democratic Alliance in 1984, it still continued to maintain contact with 4 out of the 5 members who were allegedly associates of Morales until as late as 1987. Coincidence? Maybe. These Nicaraguan Revolutionary Democratic Alliance members had previously worked alongside the CIA, but their involvement with Jorge Morales didn't strictly mean that the agency themselves were able to then participate in Morales' drug trafficking efforts, right? Well, you want to know something else that could also be a total coincidence? How about a letter from the then Attorney General of the USA to the CIA director permitting agents to effectively turn a blind eye to narcotics crimes? In early 1982, while the U.S. permitting agents to effectively turn a blind eye to narcotics crimes. In early 1982, strictly mean that the agency themselves were able to then participate in Morales' drug trafficking efforts, right? Well,
So wait. The CIA, I mean America, I mean white people, I mean they was selling drugs. It wasn't just black people. So who started this selling drugs and crack and fatty and all of this other shit? Who started it? They tore down the American communities. I mean the hood. I mean where black people live. I mean where nobody gives a fuck about. Whose fault is that? That you tore down your own country. So these people, you telling me these people tore down their own country, and now y'all talking about some as black people. Black people on drugs and all this other. Man, won't y'all stop, man? Y'all people on drugs like a motherfucker. Everybody know. But I'm trying to tell y'all the truth. Y'all don't want the truth. Y'all wanna lie. Y'all wanna lie. Black people don't come from no drugs, getting high. That's not what we come from. That's not our culture, Brody. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get back with y'all, man. Y'all go watch the replays. I'm coming back, man. I'm coming back. Y'all know that. I got some business I gotta take care of. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to the VI crew. Salute to everybody. I'm out.